Cassie.
I'm Sarah.
And we are a Shire Thing. So, what are we doing?
Today, we are going to be talking about why we write, why we love writing, and our 2019 goals.
Okay.
Because we're at the end of the year, folks.
We are.
Oh,
it's
my goodness.
super overcast and wintry here in the Shire. So, it's time.
It is time. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. It's here, girl.
So, for me, I just throw it out there because it explains a lot about my personality. I am a Gemini, not just a Gemini sun, I'm also a Gemini rising.
Okay.
Double Gemini.
Double
Thank
Gemini.
Goodness for a Taurus moon, keeps them grounded. I'm also ADD. So, I dabble, I bounce. I'm a very creative person.
Yeah.
So, I love drawing and painting and illustrating. I also love photography and I love writing. It's just another creative, I shouldn't say the word just. It's another creative medium.
Absolutely.
For me. I've enjoyed writing and other creative things since I was little. But in high school, I took a lot of English classes. I actually had a goal of graduating early. So we needed 4 credits a year. I took 4 credits a semester, my junior year and senior year.
Got it.
To try and graduate early. Then I decided I wanted to go to prom. It's a long story. So I didn't graduate early even though I had, enough credits.
Yeah.
So one of these classes was a creative writing class.
Awesome.
And that's where I wrote my first short story. It was supposed to be 5 pages. Mine was 20 something and then had a synopsis of the rest of the book because I could not do an entire story in 5 pages.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And that was really a clue for me that this was something that I very much enjoyed. After that, I didn't really write for a while, except for essays in college, which really saved my tail sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a great tester, but essays, whew,
yeah,
I got it right there. And I actually went to school for psychology. And when I left after my associate's degree, I worked full-time in that field with plans to go back for criminal psychology and forensic psychology.
Yep.
And then I had my son. And that sort of changed everything.
It does.
And a couple years ago, I had this really crazy dream. Really crazy dream.
Okay.
Most people would wake up from a nightmare and go, oh my god, that was so scary. I woke up diving for a journal because I had to write it down. I wrote down every single detail that I could remember, and then it sort of morphed out from there, and I wrote an entire draft of a novel.
Cool.
So from there, I have drafted 3 more. The first one, I would say, is just sort of getting the kinks out, getting the rust
gears
off,
working.
the gears working again. Our mutual friend that's in our writing group has asked about it a couple times, like, are you going back to that? And at this point, probably not. I don't think, I love these other ones so much that I want to really work through them and help them grow and flourish.
Absolutely.
So that's where I am at.
Awesome. Well, so when I was a little kid, always said I wanted to be a writer. I always said I wanted to be a writer or a teacher or both. And I did a lot of writing as a kid. I had a group of friends in elementary school that we wrote a combined story and we would act it out. We were real intense about it. We designed our spaceship from the story.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was crazy. So then I wrote kind of off and on through middle school and high school, and then in high school I had a very vivid dream and I wrote about half of a novel. But I was very heavily involved in theater in both high school and college, and theater's just kind of all-consuming, and so writing kind of fell to the side. And then I graduated college, I got a job, I had my son. This entire time I continued reading. I've always been a voracious reader. I've always been really in love with fantasy and sci-fi, and just this year I was really reading some books that I was really, really excited about, and I just plowed right through them. But there were a couple of things that I feel like just weren't necessary in the books. Like, for example, one of them, the relationship, I love a hate to love relationship, or they dislike each other and then eventually fall for each other. I like those kinds of stories, except for if one of the partners is abusive
Oh yeah.
to the other. And so I just it was really frustrating to me that these were beautiful books that I
Mhm.
loved the rest of the storyline, but one of the characters was just really crappy to the other character. Or, for example, I read a series of books where the main character is this like really powerful, strong woman who has the emotional range of a teaspoon. Like they just and I just got so frustrated, so I spoke again to our mutual friend
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, it's making me so mad. I keep reading these books that I like are almost perfect. They're almost wonderful, and they
Mhm.
just keep doing these things that annoy the crap out of me."
Yeah.
And he was like, "So write what you want to read." And I was like, "Okay,
It's a perfect reason to write. Seriously.
okay." And so I did, and I just found that I really enjoy it. I love our
Yay.
writing group, and I'm excited to put into the world what I want to be in the world.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So, okay, writing goals. What do you
Writing
got?
goals. So for 2019, I have 2 writing goals. I have plenty of personal goals, but these are just writing goals for the
Okay.
purpose of this video.
Yeah, absolutely.
My first one is to actually finish revisions on one of my 3 work in progresses
Yep.
because it needs to happen. And
It's time.
it is time. And once it is done and ready enough to move on to the next step is to seek representation for it.
Yep.
And then more edits, I'm sure will
It
happen
is
after
time.
that. Once it's beyond
Yeah.
a certain place, it'll be professional editing. But
Absolutely.
I need to get it to that point to be ready. And goal number 2 is to write, illustrate, and publish a children's book because they happen much faster.
Yes.
I have a character that I am working with now that I've already designed. I'm working through his storyline. And he's so cute.
He's so cute.
He's
He's so
Oh
cute.
my goodness. So what about your goals?
So my goals are my current work in progress Guardian has just over 50,000 words.
Mhm.
I started that in June or July, maybe April or May of last year. I don't know. I started it earlier in 2018. And so I'd like to finish that
Yes.
this year and start some editing. So I'm very excited. And then my second goal is I need to outline the rest, like where this is going.
Yes.
Because Guardian, I think, is the first book in a trilogy, but really I need to like hash it out and see, do we really have enough content for 3 books? Is it instead a duology? Do I do the outline and then realize, holy cow, it's actually 4?
Mhm.
I think I just need to kind of figure it out
Yeah.
a bit more. And so that's my other writing goal for
Yay.
2019 is I want to finish Guardian
Mhm.
and see where it's going.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Right.
Right.
We are going to get going. We will see you all next week.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe.
And if you want to see more content from us, ring the little bell and you will be notified every time we post a video, which should be once a week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
That's how it looks when it's recording. I'm laughing because we've had so many technical difficulties over the past 2 days.
We have.
And we just did a whole video, and it didn't record.
And it didn't
It didn't record a smidgen of it. Take 2.
Take 2.
Take 5. Right. Okay. Hi, friends.
I'm
no.
Kat.
No.
No.
No, I was zhuzhing. We cannot have that. Anywhere but the bloopers. Okay.
Okay. You're not boring me, I promise. I'm sorry, I had to yawn.